In this episode of the Grow Your Clinic podcast, you'll have Ben Lynch joining you. And what we've done here is Ben created an incredible resource a couple of months ago around hiring and recruiting and how we as clinic owners can create assets to always be hiring. This is an incredibly rich resource that is available on YouTube. We've decided to strip the audio out for you here, and hopefully it might germinate some ideas, create some inspiration for you to be able to lead your team and create the recruitment assets, the hiring assets, so that you can always be hiring, so that you can continue to grow your team and amplify your impact across practitioners. So check out this audio version. If you want the YouTube version, head to YouTube, search hiring assets to always be hiring. If you search hiring assets clinic mastery, I'm sure it'll come up. Enjoy this rich download of inspiration for you when it comes to hiring assets.
This is the Grow Your Clinic podcast from Clinic Mastery. We help progressive health professionals to lead inspired teams, transform client experiences, and build clinics for good. Now, it's time to grow your clinic.
Hey everyone, so it's September, and October seem to be hiring season within the clinic owner community. I want to share with you a couple of distinctions here that might just change your approach to this hiring season and beyond. Something that resonated from Steve McKnight at a previous workshop. He said, "You are in the business of recruitment and training. Therefore, you should always be hiring." That was quite a light bulb moment. And I want to share with you a couple of practical things to differentiate and stand out and always be hiring. It comes back to having assets that you have built around hiring that live and breathe in the ecosystem of your industry ongoing, so that you continually attract the best talent. Let's dive in. So the first thing here is that most clinics are selling a year. When you think about it, you put out a job ad, you are selling a position to someone. Most job ads really come across as, I'm selling you this next 12 months. Here's the amount of money, here are the inclusions. Absolutely, those things need to be known for someone to make a decision, but we want to differentiate ourselves and have people queuing up to come and work for us. Wouldn't that be awesome? If nothing else, they know that when they do their research that we are the preferred provider of employment. They want to be here because it's a great place to work. So we want to go from selling a year to selling a career. Key component here is what's in it for me with them. We've got to get really good at substantiating and communicating what's in it for me as a prospective team member. Now, that's what a job ad's for. We usually say these are the inclusions, this is the package, great opportunity, mentoring, fantastic culture, awesome. But every other job says that. So how do we substantiate that and communicate it? We need to build assets. So, a couple of key assets. 0 to 100, the first 100 days of a new team member's journey with you to literally get them up to speed and give them the best possible start. How are we communicating that? We'll come to that down here. Next, their 12-month internship. If you look at a Deloitte, a KPMG, Facebook, a Google, they're going to have an accelerator or internship through the first 12 months, which is really an extension of this, the 0 to 100. If you haven't got these things developed, it doesn't matter. You can still put them as part of your hiring. It's then accountability to get these things done and put them on your plan. Next, that says IM for immersion for short. Over the next 2 to 3 years, we are going to help create a brand for you, a personal brand. We're going to help consolidate your list. We're going to help you be seen as an expert in a specific skill set, demographic, niche, whatever it may be. But we're going to really immerse you into the industry and within our clinic. Next, what are the pathways beyond sort of 2 or 3 years? The work-life balance, being a partner, being a clinical leader. What are those pathways? We need to communicate these things. How do we do it? Number one, we need to have it written. We need to have some really good quality pictures and images. We need to have video, and we need to have audio. We want to make this super robust. These are assets that continue to live on because you're always hiring, that continue to live on within the ecosystem of your industry so that you are continually seen as the preferred provider of employment, the best place to work. So what are some of the things that we can do? Written, we can have some PDFs that people download. Maybe they even opt in and give you their details. So you essentially have a book, a list of people who have shown interest in what you do, so that next time you want to hire, who are you going to call? Whoever downloaded your thing. Next, we should have blogs articulating and becoming the trusted advisor in our industry for career choice and career development. We want to spell out, tips for avoiding burnout within our industry, tips for choosing the right job for you. Heck, we do this for our patients. Here's 5 tips about your problem or pain. And then we produce this content which makes us the trusted advisor and people choose us. So what are we doing in terms of content around career? Then we need some awesome landing pages, world class. The structure design is visually appealing, easy to follow, has opt-ins for people to leave their details or download that thing, which could be any of those topics of avoid burnout, how to choose a career, whatever it is, a nice PDF for positioning you as the career advisor. We need awesome images to go into these things. Think of little vectors, little infographics and diagrams that spell it out visually and make it look appealing. Let's just take some of the most successful restaurants in the world, McDonald's, whether you eat there or not, or a KFC. Yes, they're going to have pictures of the thing as well as the words so you can see it, because that site really draws you in. So let's have some good pictures through Canva or get a VA to do it. Next, we want some video. You can do this live or recorded. Live might be a webinar. Can you do a webinar on your career or finding the perfect psychology job or physio job? Could you do something maybe just off your own accord to publish in the community or partner with universities, associations, local chamber of commerce, whoever it is, to do live or recorded? You could do a really super polished video that flies through the clinic and gives you this taste for the facilities, the people, the experience of the clients. Or you could interview your clients, interview your team, interview your network of schools, clubs, associations, professionals, anyone else that you've worked with who can comment on the culture, who can comment on what it's like to work at your clinic or the sort of experience they can expect when they join your clinic. Can we get some videos done? What about audio? Could you interview your team members and do a mini podcast series? Doesn't have to be super polished, although it could be. But could you have a couple of audios to download? Again, they might leave their details over here. But could you have maybe just audio out there in the industry about some key experiences or lessons? Like, I wish I knew this about psychology. I wish I knew this about physio when I started. These things are super important for you attracting quality talent. So let's go from selling a year, which is what everyone's doing. And yes, you need some of those details of the remuneration and the inclusions, but let's substantiate those inclusions. Everyone says they give mentoring, but what mentoring do you give? Up here, what career development opportunities do you give? It's all up here. And let's become the trusted advisor for careers. How about we made that distinction, set up some key assets that lived in the ecosystem and meant that we were always hiring and we truly were a business in recruitment, training, and career development. Let's give that a go. If you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. This is a huge way to differentiate yourself and attract quality talent. Let's give it a go.
Thanks for tuning in to the Grow Your Clinic podcast. To find out more about past episodes or how we can help you, head to www.clinicmastery.com/podcast, and please remember to rate and review us on your podcast player of choice. See you on the next episode.